Ain't no stopping this podcast from dropping. We're here to get that work. Welcome, guys, to In Your House, and you already know who this is. It is your director, Hollywood House, and you already know what I do. I give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business, and we do it so well because we give it to you when you're doing things like driving in your car, maybe you driving to work, maybe you taking the kids to school, maybe you just bored and you just need to listen to some professional wrestling action here. Guys, just pop us in your ears and we can give you that work when it comes to said professional wrestling action. And of course, anytime we do it, it's a movie. You already know old Hollywood is back once again, and I am back once again on Facebook Live, and you already know them vibes. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. That means it's time for our Facebook Live show, and I don't do this by myself. Now, I'm the podcast whiz. Everybody knows that. If you've been listening to this show at all, you already know the vibes. But when it comes to giving you that live, Facebook live work, I got to give it up to my man. And that, of course, is the co-host who curates a whole lot of chaos here at In Your House and content. And that is Hypocrisy Jones. How's it going, bro?
Yo, what up, household? What up? And excuse me if you're watching on the live as I fix the con man's camera here. It looks a little funny right here. But you know what it is. We are in the household. We are live. We are in this bitch. I am hype. Actually, I am Hypocrisy. I go by Hypocrisy Jones. And I wouldn't be doing this thing if it wasn't for my brother right here, Hollywood House. And we got a packed show for you today, yo.
Oh, man, yes, we do. We got a big show. I gave you guys that Tuesday situation on Tuesday on the podcast edition, but now we got to give you that Wednesday work. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. I thought it was a good episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. But now there's a little action going on here, a little bit of a situation going on here with myself and Hypocrisy Jones, because now he's going to come on and take a different role here, a role that he hasn't done here on In Your House, and that's General Manager. And I'm going to take that role on too, because tonight is the return of the In Your House draft. Draft season is in the air. The fever is out there. There's the NFL draft. Of course, there's the WWE draft coming up. Both drafts this week. A lot of drafting going on. And when it comes to drafts, I always say that it signifies a new chapter of an athlete's journey. And we're going to see that this week, and we're going to do that here as myself and Hype. We're putting on the GM hat, and we're going to see what we can do. It's about to get real competitive in here at In Your House because it's draft time. You ready for this, man?
Yo, you already know I'm ready for this, Con. I'm ready for this. Team Hype is about to dominate Team Hollywood, bro. I'm all about this.
All right, we're going to see, all right? Because you got the spirit. I mean, I'll give it to you. You got the spirit. But man, I'm telling you, I've done these drafts before. And when it comes to these drafts, in the past, I've always been nominated as best GM. I mean, I'm just a GOAT when it comes to this stuff. I sweep my GM on WWE 2K. I got an eye for talent. So I hope you're ready, bro.
Yo, you already know I'm ready, Con. You already know I'm ready. I got this, bro.
Cool. All right. Once again, like I said, we got draft season in the air, so we wanted to give you guys a great draft. Of course, if you guys can do so, go ahead and give us a follow, give us a comment. We love those comments. We need more of that. We're a 5-star podcast thanks to you guys. So I just want to get that out there, that you guys out there in any country that you guys are listening to us, make sure that you give us some kind of star, give us a 5-star rating, give us a comment there on Apple Podcasts. It all helps in the goal to get us back to the prominence that we're used to being. Now we slowly getting there. We're getting a good groove going, but we want more and more and more. And we both are gonna want more. Myself and Hypocrisy Jones are gonna want more. We're gonna want the best. We're gonna want the best as far as this draft. So before we went on the air tonight, we had Jushin do a little virtual coin flip of sorts to determine who is going to go first, who is going to get the first pick. And when he did that virtual coin flip, it was me. I came up first. So I hold the honor and the privilege of getting the first pick in the In Your House draft, in the 2023 In Your House draft. Are you ready for my pick?
I was so close. I was so close.
That's close. This close. All right. So I've discussed it with my team here at Household Championship Wrestling, and we're looking for somebody that is a surefire all-timer and still currently putting out and giving his best work. We needed somebody to put this brand on his back if that's what is needed, and I couldn't think of anyone better than the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. That is right, the Tribal Chief himself. Team Hollywood acknowledges Roman Reigns.
Con, I felt that this was coming. I'm not saying that Team Hype is worried in any way, but I had to make a strategy. I had to make a strategy for if I had first or second pick in this draft.
Yep.
And I had a feeling that if you had first pick, you were gonna go that way because I probably would have went that way. But then I had to think about a little bit of strategery in this draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I see your Roman Reigns as number one pick, and I raise you a Judgment Day.
Oh man, you know what? I gotta give it to my man Real Talk, because that's actually a hell of a number one pick. Because the rules that we had, and I just want to state those rules real quick. We get one faction, one tag team, and then and we're gonna have 15 picks apiece. So I always want to make that clear while we're still here. It's pretty much at the top of the show, so you guys know the rules. So one faction, one tag team, and 15 picks, and then we have a whole pool. We put together a whole pool, y'all, just so you know. So we had a whole pool, and there might be some trades or free agency at a later episode, but right now, this is our core, this is our base. With him picking Judgment Day, that assures him Rhea Ripley, that assures him Finn Balor, that assures him Dom Mysterio, and that assures him Damian Priest. That's a hell of a number one pick for Team Hype.
Yes. I assured myself the Raw Women's Champion and the rest of Judgment Day. How smart is that? Plus, I got the best son ever. Yeah, Dominic Mysterio.
Yes, Dom. One of the. I mean, if your plan is to build young talent over there at Team Hype, you definitely got a great foundational piece there with Dom Mysterio.
Yo, it's Monday Night Hype over here because we are the what were we gonna call ourselves, the Raw representative of
right.
This
You
draft,
guys the Raw brand. Yep, you guys the Raw brand. I'm going SmackDown, and yeah, you guys are definitely got a good foundation. But I'm confident with what I got going on. Roman Reigns is a surefire thing, so I'm very excited with what I got, and I wanted to continue that with my second pick, the third pick total in the draft, with my personal second round pick, and I wanted to go with somebody that I feel is over, somebody that I feel can also carry a brand, not just Roman Reigns, but also this guy too, and somebody who is still in his prime, somebody who can do great things for my SmackDown brand, not just now, but still down the line and in the future. And I think of a guy that has a great song, and that song is the song of Seth Rollins.
Oh man, Con. Seth Rollins. You know I was gonna pick him next. Like, oh man. All right, man.
It's a good pick.
All right, look. Let me strategize over here. Let me think about my pick for just a second here.
I'm looking
You
at
know,
my paperwork over
you,
here.
you kind of threw me for a loop on this one, Con. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's see. You take the architect, Seth Rollins. Okay, you know what? Team Hypocrisy chooses the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bianca Belair.
Oh, all right. See, you took her right from under me. I was trying to strategize and kind of see if I could maybe fool around and get her in a later round, but you just went ahead and took her. And why wouldn't you? I mean, she is a foundational piece of any women's division. Of course, now she's going to be over there at Hype's Raw women's division and hold it down as the Raw women's champion. So there you go, right there. So that's a great pick. I mean, you have Rhea Ripley and you have Bianca Belair. You're already building a hell of a women's division over there at Hype's Raw.
Yeah, and you know how it's okay because we'll let you bring back the Divas Championship, right? So like you can still have a women's championship.
I'll take the women's title from the Attitude Era. Just give me that one. Just give me that one. Oh man. All right. Let's keep going here. Great pick. But I gotta cash in my stable as well. And the reason why I did it the way that I did it is because I feel like it was more fair to kind of separate the one person that I've already picked in this faction because you're not seeing them together all the time. So I felt like I was playing fair by doing this. And if you haven't guessed where I'm going with this, I'll just let you know. I'm using my faction pick, and for the fifth pick overall in the draft here, it's going to be the Bloodline, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and of course the manager Paul Heyman. I'm picking them to come with Roman Reigns on the SmackDown brand.
You know, I knew I should have used one of my tag team picks right here, and I felt like I should have used it. Although I am happy to have both women's champions.
Oh yeah,
you know, in my stable in a group full of talented individuals. I'm not sad yet because I have a strategy and I have a plan, as I told you, sir.
Right.
So
right.
with the sixth pick, for Team Hypocrisy, we choose Cody.
Oh, you took Cody. Another guy that I was hoping that I could kind of get him more in the upper middle part of the draft.
Hot, my guy.
I know, man. I know. I was hoping, but you went ahead and took him. Cody, a great foundational piece as well. Everybody knows how scorching hot Cody is. Also, he's somebody that's doing really well. Who could do really well and prove that he's done really well is like a Booker, a Mind, somebody. He's definitely got that top guy potential. We're seeing it here. We're seeing it live in front of us. I think it's a great pick to secure somebody like the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes to your Raw brand.
Yes. As I said, Con, we have a plan In Your House. We definitely have a plan. Or I'm sorry, at Team Hype. Sorry.
Hey, we keep a plan here at In Your House too, and the plan is to give you guys that work, give you guys that energy when it comes to professional wrestling, and I got to do that too because I love me some professional wrestling. Big fan of professional wrestling. Have been all the way since WCW and whatnot, but I also was a big fan later on in my life of Ring of Honor, and that brings me to my next pick, and I'm cashing in my one tag team pick here because a couple of Ring of Honor guys that I've watched a lot of their work, I'm bringing them over to the SmackDown brand, and that is the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Okay. I see what you're doing. I see what you're building over here. I see what you're building.
Stories.
But I am unfazed because you're about to see what I'm building over here at Team Hype, bro.
Okay, okay, I see you. I see you. I definitely, like I said, I definitely like my pick for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Of course, they're the tag team champions. But over
You
here
can't
on
go
the
wrong. Can't go wrong.
exactly over here on the SmackDown brand, I the main reason why I really picked them is not just the things they can do as a team, but the stories they can tell as individuals. And I really thought I was getting a really good 2-for-1 deal with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So I'm very pleased with my pick.
Yeah, no, I think you have a very solid pick with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Plus, you got the undisputed Universal Tag Team Champions and the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship in your stable right now. You're doing very, very well. And I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, bro, I need more titles. And with more titles, I'm gonna bring even more prominence to a title and to an individual. So with this pick in the household draft, Team Hype would like to choose Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, a call up. We got our first call up, y'all. First call up from NXT, and that's a great pick in Carmelo Hayes because obviously Melo don't miss. This is something that we could possibly see this coming weekend or week, either Friday or Monday. It's a possibility, but I think this was a really great pick and definitely somebody that you can use as a foundational piece on your Raw brand. Somebody who can be great, who can ascend to be great now and then be really great in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we're looking to build over here. So, and so household, just to break up a little bit, we do plan on using these rosters in the future. I don't know if we're gonna do some like War Games battles or some 2K editions of In Your House, but
yeah,
we do plan on using these rosters in some way, shape, or form. If you got any ideas, maybe we'll battle in pay-per-views or something.
Drop it in the comments, y'all.
Yeah, we'll think of something throughout this calendar year, or at least as long as WWE splits up these rosters, we'll hold true to these, right? So hopefully it's longer than a week.
I agree with that. No, I think we'll be good. I don't know, something about this. I don't know. I don't want to say that I trust it. I'm just saying with all the upward momentum of the WWE that I've been seeing in the last few years, I'll give this draft a chance and see how far they can take it. But that's a really good pick. Call up there, Carmelo Hayes. Like I said, I mean, when I drafted mine, and I can tell by the way you're working and doing what you're doing that you didn't just pick these people haphazardly. We're really putting together, like we're in the mindset of we are really trying to build a brand here. You're a GM, I'm a GM. How can we present the best wrestling product overall? And I feel like that's the competition here, and it's going to be even more exciting. Hype, because once these teams go out there, we'll give the household a chance to rank which one they think is better. So it's going to be great, and I'm excited about this, which brings me to my next pick. Now, you got a great foundation there, man, a great foundation for your women's division, and I didn't want to fall too far behind. I didn't. In all honesty,
you can't.
It's women's wrestling.
You cannot, sir. Yeah.
No, it's women's wrestling, and the women are amazing and do great work, and we love it. I'm a huge fan of women's wrestling. Have been for a long time. I mean, one of my favorite matches of all time is NXT Brooklyn with Sasha Banks and Bayley. I mean, just a great match. And I talk about those horsewomen, and I'm like, I need somebody who I can count on to put on big matches when I need them to. And there's another horsewoman that's still on the board, but the one that I think is really prominent, and even in her absence on TV, it's Becky Lynch. So my next pick, my first woman, the foundational piece of Hollywood SmackDown's women's division, and the number 9 overall pick, Becky Lynch.
Okay, Con. I see that. I see that, and I see what you're doing. And okay, I'm not even mad at that, right? let's. I you definitely needed to make sure you had a foundational piece to that
Absolutely.
women's division.
Absolutely.
Yes, and man, the man is a good pick. Plus, you're doing the right thing. You're keeping couples with couples. You got Seth down there. Yeah,
Yep.
no reason not to have Becky there, and I get that. I'm not, I am not a mean individual. I completely understand that, and I want to keep couples happy, so we don't want to separate anybody. I like that pick, Con. I really like that pick, and in the spirit of that I need to do that myself.
What do
So
you mean? What are you talking about?
so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use one of my first tag team picks, and I am going to go with the Street Profits.
Oh, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, two guys who are, both are still on the upswing. I don't see either one of them right now as any sort of Genetti, if you want to use that terminology. Both guys are working. Both guys are great. I think you got a fantastic pick there with the Street Profits, and like you said, it's the spirit of keeping couples together. You already got Bianca Belair there as your foundational piece of your Raw's women's division. Just playing smart. That's how I see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing what I can, giving the people what they want.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you're correct. You made a good point. You just said it right there. Giving the people what they want. And that leads me to my next pick. One thing about professional wrestling is you got to give the people what they want. And I'll tell you one thing that a lot of fans of professional wrestling like, it's a guy who's going to kick your ass. And I needed an ass kicker. I needed an absolute ass kicker. I already got a great roster. Forget about it. I got Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, I got Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, I got Solo Sikoa to round out my youth movement right there, and that's going to continue. But I needed an absolute ass kicker, a must-see ass kicker. No, I'm not talking about The Miz. I'm talking about somebody who is one of the biggest draws in WWE. I'm talking about Brock Lesnar.
Okay. I'm not even mad at that. You got you a part-time cowboy, or part-time wrestler, or full-time cowboy.
Yeah.
How does that go? Look, I'm not hating, Con. I'm not hating. I'm happy. I'm happy for Team Hollywood over there, and I see the direction that you're going in, and I kind of want to go in a similar direction, but I also want to go into a direction that is forward. So I see your Brock Lesnar, and I raise you Gunther.
Oh, great pick. Great pick. The Intercontinental Champion. Gunther's still there on the board. We're talking about a guy who I've become such a fan of. I'm such a fan of Gunther. I can't say any more besides the fact that you got yourself another foundational piece, somebody who will be great for years and years to come.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. I want to continue a strong legacy with that Intercontinental Championship, as well as with Gunther, who I think I can really cement as a foundational piece, who I got in a kind of late round. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, I know that's a great pick, absolutely, and that just brings me to my next pick, is over here on Hollywood SmackDown. It's a movie. We're telling stories. And we need people who are going to tell great stories. And the only way that you can tell a great story is if you can talk. If you can get people to care about you. And this next guy, I'm so happy to see that he was still on the board. Because it's a guy who really, when they first brought him out, it wasn't really working in his favor, and things weren't really designed for him to get over. But he got one little small opportunity, one small squeak of an opportunity, and he took it, and he's running with it. Yeah, the next pick here is L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Okay, Con. Okay, Con. I see you there. I see you there. I ain't even mad at that. LA Knight is great, and I actually was able to see him over the weekend, at a WWE live show here
Oh,
in
you
the
went to
Midwest.
Saturday Night's Live in Fort Wayne, didn't you? Saturday night main event.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh,
And
so awesome.
I was able to see him. I was able to see my guy Cody.
Cool.
I wasn't able to see my next pick, but I think it would have been pretty good. And I think you know this guy. You know this guy pretty well.
Okay.
And I see him as another foundational pick of the future. So without further ado, my next pick is Austin Theory.
Oh, the United States champion, former In Your House guest, Austin Theory. They're doing a lot of great things with him right now. And he's taking every opportunity that he can get, and he's knocking it out of the park. Austin Theory is a great pick and a great foundational piece. You got a great youth movement going on over there at Raw. I'll tell you that much right now, because Austin Theory is a fantastic pick.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do here. That is what we're trying to do at Monday Night Hype Raw, because we just keep it raw. It's not a great name, but we're working on it. It's workshopping.
Man, I keep it raw too. That's why I got so many kids. Damn.
Yeah. Who you telling?
Oh,
Who you
man.
telling, my guy?
You know them vibes, bro. All right, man. So we got a lot of things going on over here on SmackDown. I don't think we got the absolute youth movement that Hype's Raw has got going on, but we got a lot of talent that's must see right now. And I gotta keep rounding out this women's division, man. I mean, you came early and you hit hard when you took Rhea Ripley, when you took Bianca Belair, and who could blame you? But I got to make sure that I'm rounding out my women's division, because I need my women's division to be just as competitive as yours, because let's face it, I'm a huge fan of women's wrestling. I said it once, I'm saying it again. I'm a huge fan of women's wrestling, and I'm a huge fan of this next talent that I got the opportunity to pick. She was still on the board, somebody who has evolved so much over time, and I think she's going to continue to evolve, and I've been watching her for a long time. Great to have her over here on SmackDown, and that is Bayley.
Okay. Bayley. Oh man. Yeah. I'm sad that I'm kind of sad that she's going over there. I kind of had a vision, and I kind of had an idea where she was a part of that vision. Con, you're kind of messing up my vision right now. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's okay. So in the spirit of things, you took Bayley. I would like to draft. I would like to pick another tag team. This would be my final tag team of the draft.
Okay,
just like you, I need to make sure I solidify my women's division and make sure it's solid. I really want to make women's wrestling great. I'd say again, but no, we're gonna make it standard over here on Team Hype. So I am going to draft tag team Damage Control, consisting of Io and Dakota.
Io and Dakota, continuing that youth movement over there. Man, how you get two tag teams? I got one. I only got one. So you get two.
Bro, it's the draft rules, bro. You gotta pay attention.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. Good pick. You got Io. You got Dakota Kai. I mean, the youth. Once again, like I said, the youth movement just continues. Like that's one thing that you definitely got going on me. Like I'm over here. Like I want the now stars. I want to make my show ready to go right now. And it's not that you don't got stars that aren't ready to go right now. They're still developing, and what's going to happen is they're just going to grow more and more over time, and it's just going to be a situation where that brand is going to stand the test of time. And I'm with you, man. I'm in a situation where I need to make sure that I'm growing my women's division, that I have an entertaining women's division. And so I had to make sure that I cemented that. So my next pick is also of the women's division. And it's somebody who has a big legacy. We just got a chance to see her in a big match at WrestleMania 39 against Bianca Belair. And I'm securing Asuka over here on SmackDown.
Okay. You got Asuka. Okay. I see you. Man, that one's gonna hurt. Not that I needed. Not that my women's division is, necessarily needed Asuka. But who doesn't need Asuka, right? Who doesn't need Asuka?
She's great for any brand.
Yes, absolutely. She's going to serve you very, very well in your future. I think another great foundational piece for you and Team Hollywood over there. But how about we just continue this wave? You know what I was thinking when I was thinking it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. So with my next pick, I'm thinking, why don't we just continue this? Let me bring over a Bronson Reed to Team Hype.
Oh, that's a good pick. I'm loving what Bronson Reed is doing. I talked about him a little bit on the last episode of In Your House, the Tuesday solo shot. And I've become such a fan of his and the way that they're pushing him. I mean, right out of the gate, I could see him getting that United States Championship. Straight up. Not even joking. I could see him getting that. Bobby Lashley doesn't really need it right now. He'd be probably chasing that new World Heavyweight Championship. Austin Theory has already made mention of wanting to go after that World Heavyweight Championship. So it's not going to hurt either one of them to drop that title. Well, it would be Austin Theory dropping the title, but it would be going to Bronson Reed, and I think that he'd be a great United States champion. It'd be a great opportunity for him, and that's also a great pick.
Yeah. I thought long and hard about this draft, Con. We were kicking around the ideas when we found out that the WWE and, I mean, if we're gonna be real, AEW is probably about to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
Maybe not like this, but they split in some stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
And we thought about this, and I was like, I really want to construct something that I can create super greatness out of, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to recreate a sort of NXT adjacent gold, but a main roster version of that, man. And
sure.
I think you are doing something similar to that in your with your team. And man, I like this, man. We're doing pretty good, I think.
I know it's been a great episode. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Absolutely. I always love episodes like this, y'all, because it gives me a chance. I've always loved that general manager aspect. I'm a fan of drafts. I love drafts, so I always love doing these episodes. It gives me a chance to make my mind work and see where I would fit pieces in if I was a promoter and booker of a promotion. So it's always fun to do something like that, and that's what we're doing now, and that's going to take me to my next pick. And I just talked a little bit about this guy, and it's somebody who we all know that even in his indie days, he's somebody that you can tip your cap to. He's somebody that you can be like, this dude is legit. He's a legitimate badass. He's a legitimate ass kicker. And I already got one ass kicker there with Brock Lesnar, but I wanted to keep that trend going. I wanted to have another ass kicker that's going to be there every single week and not complain even when he's not in the best of situations. And sometimes just having a guy like that in your locker room just means a lot. And it's somebody who has also proved that he can carry your brand as a world champion, and that's Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is coming over to Hollywood SmackDown brand.
Hollywood SmackDown brand gets Bobby Lashley. Okay, all right. I ain't mad at that. I would definitely, Bobby Lashley is a great piece to any locker room, I think, and the things that he's shown in the last, especially two well, we'll say 3 years, because through the pandemic and everything else, bro, he's shown that he is willing to do literally anything. He can be that guy if you allow him to be that guy. And I think he's a good piece for Team Hollywood over there, man. I think you got a good piece. Man.
I'm happy with it. I'm very happy that Bobby Lashley fell that far and I was able to snatch him up, because that's my mindset, as somebody who's going to be a great team player, and that's what I think of when I think of somebody like Bobby Lashley.
I love that. I love that, Con. I know you put a lot of thought into your draft picks and to what you wanted to bring to your draft, and I like that. So and I put a lot into mine too. And with that, I wanna go to my next pick, which is another champion, or at least current champion to a brand, a young champion. It's gonna be a huge foundational piece to this strong, thriving women's brand that I have growing over here. Right?
Oh yeah.
Look, men's wrestling is going to be secondary over here on Team Hype, because the women are going to shine, and they're going to shine bright, and there's going to be a lot of them to do that. And with that being said, I would like to bring the youth of Indy Hartwell to Team Hype.
Okay. The NXT Women's Champion. I'm a big fan of Indy Hartwell. I think that she's got a great look. I think that she's a fantastic wrestler. I was rooting hard for her in that women's ladder match for her to win that championship, and she did, and I was happy about it. Is that something we can see? Is Indy ready to get called up? We'll see Friday and Sunday, but at least tonight here, she is getting called up, and she's about to be a member of Hype's Raw brand.
Yeah, buddy.
Cool. I like that pick. Good pick. And, man, I recognize that I really need to work on my youth movement. It's something that I realize now that I really need to be working on. And I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna do it right now, because I'm gonna also give an NXT call up, and that's the former NXT champion, and that's Braun Breaker. That's right, Braun Breaker is coming over to Hollywood SmackDown.
Okay, I see what you're doing. Braun Breaker, the former NXT champion, just learned how to be a bad guy. I like it. He wears black now. I think you can do a lot with him in the future.
I could work with him.
Yes, you can. I believe in you, House. I believe in you. I think you can do great things for him. And man, I would have picked him up for myself too. But I'm happy that he is going to the strong brand of Team Hollywood over there. You guys will do great for him. But I need to work on my men's division right now, Con. It is a little slacking. Now I got some great pieces in Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes, Dominic Mysterio.
Yep.
I can keep going, but I need to keep adding to that. And I think with my next pick, I'm going to add a strong piece, and in the name of Karrion Kross.
Ooh, good one, Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is somebody that I really, really just feel like if they just let him go, let him do his thing, he's going to be really good. I still see some big things in Karrion Kross if he can just get an opportunity. Much like somebody like LA Knight just got that opportunity to break out. Took a small little opportunity and turned it into a big opportunity with his feud with Bray Wyatt, and that feud was designed to get Bray Wyatt over, not LA Knight. That's a moment that I think Karrion Kross needs. Karrion Kross has all the tools to be one of those guys, and I think that they keep trying with him. They've tried a couple times with him when they introduced him into the Roman Reigns Drew McIntyre feud when he first came back, but now he's just kind of been floating around and we haven't seen much of him. I want to see more of Karrion Kross, and it looks like we're going to get that opportunity on Hype's Raw brand.
Yes, we are. I'm just giving young talent, or just giving good talent, a chance over here on Team Hype, bro.
Absolutely. And that's the thing I want to do. I want to do the same. I want to give good talent an opportunity. Put good talent in an opportunity to succeed. And we've seen this guy succeed a lot. We've seen him win the Royal Rumble. We've seen him be in a main event slot at WrestleMania. a former Intercontinental Champion. I mean, he's done things, and I just really feel like that he's going to continue to do things if he's put in those situations. And I want to put him in those situations. And that's the king of strong style, former king of the ring, and former Royal Rumble winner, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay. Yeah, good, strong pick, Con. Great pick. Can't be mad at that. And I like what you're doing. That King of Strong Style. Just kind of re-debuting, looking like at least in real WWE terms, he may be one of the next opponents for the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. Now he's coming to Team Hollywood over there. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yo, you have a strong men's division over here, Con. I can't even front.
I'm building it, bro.
Yeah, I just want to give the people out there a small little recap of what we have so far before we continue. In round one, we saw Khan select Roman Reigns there, followed by the Judgment Day with me. Then Seth Rollins for Team Khan, or his Team Hollywood. Bianca Belair for Team Hype. Let's see, the remainder of the Bloodline for Team Hollywood. I drafted Cody. And then Hollywood drafted Team Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yep.
Followed by Carmelo Hayes by me. And then Becky Lynch and the Street Profits in round one. Let's see. In round two, Khan selected Brock Lesnar, LA Knight, Bayley, Asuka, and Bobby Lashley. I selected Gunther, Austin Theory, Damage Control, being Io Sky and Dakota Kai, Bronson Reed, and Indy Hartwell.
Yep.
Okay, so just for a recap there.
That's good. There's a lot of good picks there.
Yeah, no, I think we have some great talent on both sides.
Oh yeah,
on both sides. And I want to bring another great talent, or at least an intriguing talent over to my side.
Sure.
Some people get him, some people don't. But, I think I get him, and I like him, and I enjoy him. And that's why I am going to bring the cold stare of Dexter Lumis over to Team Hype.
I don't know why, but I do think that you could do. I got a hunch about you working with Dexter Lumis that there might be some cool stuff there. Yeah,
I think we can do some very, very interesting things. So
he needs to be kidnapping people. Huh? He needs to be kidnapping people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what I mean. I like Dexter Lumis. I like the character that he plays. I like the potential that he has. I mean, the guy is pretty much like, they can't say it, but he's got serial killer vibes. You know what I'm saying? They can't outright say that because it's I know it's still PG-ish. I mean, it's like PG-13, but he's got those serial killer vibes.
Right. I mean, absolutely. That's why I love him, Con. I mean, and maybe that says something about me, but it's okay.
That's why I said you guys together would be good.
Yeah.
Man.
I definitely agree.
That's a great pick. I like that pick, Dexter Lumis. I mean, once again, just another guy who came out of NXT just a few short years ago. It hasn't been that long from coming from NXT, and I mean, I don't know if they just don't know what they want to do with him or what the plan is for him. But man, whenever they figure it out, I want to see Dexter Lumis just get the rocket strapped to him. I almost want to see him stick with me now. As far as not as far as looks go, I wouldn't want to see him dress up like this one. But as far as being the potential of being just a sadistic bastard, I would like to see Dexter Lumis be like the next Kane.
Okay, I dig.
Yeah.
I dig.
Yep.
I dig.
Kidnapping people, setting them on fire, just doing all these sick acts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Con. I definitely dig that. I dig that. And I think I'm probably going to utilize him to do that over here at Team Hype.
That
I
one's
kind of my
free.
plan my plan my plan was to, you have a lot of if you want me to let you know, my plan was to have a lot of interaction with the Judgment Day. They are my big faction.
Sure,
And
yeah.
they need an antagonist. Who better of an antagonist than Dexter Loomis?
He just start picking
You know,
off one member of the Judgment Day
he
at a time.
he's gonna start with everyone's favorite member of the Judgment Day. He's gonna start off with Dominic Mysterio. He's gonna
Yep,
kidnap him.
yep,
Dominic Mysterio is gonna have all sorts of PTSD
yep.
and have all sorts of problems.
Good
And
shit. It's good shit.
yes,
It's good
love
shit. See,
love it.
I already
Rhea's
like
gonna
that.
have to save the day.
Yep.
In turn, she's gonna end up losing her Raw Women's or her SmackDown Women's title to Bianca Belair. She will be the Universal, undisputed,
I like that.
Women's Heavyweight Champion. She's
I like
going
that.
to reign for over 1,400 days, therefore erasing Hollywood or Hulk Hogan. Just as
Get out of
Roman
here.
Reigns is going to do the same thing. So we just push him more down the ranking, so we can finally erase him forever.
Yeah.
And the world will be wonderful.
I love it. I love it. No, I love what you're doing, man. Seriously, I love what you're doing. It's good stuff. Dexter Loomis is a good pick. I like the potential chaos that he can curate over there on your Raw brand. And man, I gotta make sure that I'm also contributing to my youth movement too. I gotta make sure that for me, one big thing is I got all my top wrestlers and whatnot. I got them going. I got my Roman Reigns. I got the whole bloodline here. I got my Seth Rollins as my big baby face. I got my ass kickers, my part-time ass kicker and my full-time ass kicker. I've rounded out my women's division some. I've got my great storytellers with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I got my up-and-coming from underneath next Stone Cold Steve Austin type babyface with LA Knight. Once again, I'm very happy. I got my up-and-coming bully. That he's just going to start bullying talent. That's going to be Braun Breaker. I'm going to have him come out and just start bullying motherfuckers. Shinsuke Nakamura, somebody who can go with anybody on the roster. And I got to think branding as well. I got to think about mainstream eyes on my product. And when I think of somebody that brings mainstream eyes on your product, somebody that gets you talking, somebody that is good at garnering attention, I think of somebody like my next pick, and I think of Logan Paul.
Okay, Con. Okay, I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing, and I dig it. Logan Paul, he's definitely going to get you eyes on your product. I don't know if they'll be the right eyes. That may be debatable. But I see what you're doing, and I'm kind of surprised that a guy like him was left so late in the draft.
Yeah.
Because we're down, we're nearing our final picks. This was a 30-man draft pool for us, or draft for us. That was the 25th pick of our draft. I can't believe that they actually lasted this long, especially being as good and as they are, or at least as Logan Paul is.
Yeah.
And I say that to also include my next pick.
Okay.
I think is a person who definitely can garner eyes, who has a following, a global following. Some would say that he is the most famous person in the world right now. And I need those kind of eyes on my product, right?
Sure.
So, with 26th pick of the household draft, I'm gonna bring Bad Bunny.
Oh, Grammy Award winner. I mean, already got a big story going on. He's not just he was hosting Backlash in Puerto Rico. Now he's going to be in a big match with Damian Priest. Man, Bad Bunny is somebody that I'm such a fan of. I mean, what he's doing, the parallels that he has with hip hop, and now he's one of those few guys in wrestling that is a celebrity, but like he shows so much passion for the business that the mainstream guys are all like, I can't stand this guy. They love this guy because it's almost like he's one of the boys. Bad Bunny's a fantastic pick.
Well, he really is just like one of the guys, and he's proven that. He's proven that he's trying to be that. He's proven that, he cares about this business, that he cares about the dedication and work that needs to be put into it. And guys like us respect that. So I'm so happy to bring him a part of Team Hype. I think he will be a great piece, and we'll get great eyes on our product because of that.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that. So my next pick is continuing to round out my women's division. Once again, I didn't want to get too far behind on that. And I've got some great wrestlers. I've got Bayley. I've got Asuka. I've got Becky Lynch. But I need not just a great wrestler, because she is a great wrestler, but I need somebody who I think can play a really obnoxious character. Somebody who's going to get over as a heel, somebody who I can see getting over as a heel, and somebody who I see has a vision. Somebody who I can see that is trying to find the right pieces to put a faction around her. A mean girl club, as it were. And I see the potential. I see that that it is there for her. Somebody who can grow. Somebody who can possibly at some point be a title holder of my brand with some goons around her. And I think of somebody like my next pick, and that's Chelsea Green.
Okay, Con. Okay, complaint department alum, everything else. I think that's a really good pick, yo. I think it's a really, really strong pick. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I think I think that's a really strong pick, and I think I like that. I as I told everybody last weekend on Friday Night Hype, I'm kind of a fan of the complaint department. I kind of dig it. Chelsea Green and Sonya, they're doing really good things, and I personally kind of like the Carmelo version a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I'll take this. I think they both work. Honestly, I'd like to see them as a little like trifecta faction.
Sure. Yeah.
In real world sense. But man, I think you have a great pick for your women's division, Con, and you really kind of rounded it out there, right?
I was trying, man. That was the goal, is to bring somebody that I feel like can work under, because that's what we've been saying from Chelsea Green since she came in. She's been down, she's been working under, she's been pretty much jobbing out, but she's been basically paying those dues, and now they're starting to be like, okay, we see that you want to do something, let's try something. And I think that Chelsea Green's got the right attitude. I want somebody like Chelsea Green on my brand.
Absolutely. I think you're heading in the right direction, Con. I think you are. And I think, man, I think if people go back and they look at our draft, and at least how we view our draft,
yeah,
I think we've done hella well. We've probably done better than those folks in Connecticut are going to do this Friday.
We'll find out.
But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. I'm gonna go with my next pick here, okay. And I think what Team Hype needs is I need a little bro in my world, right? Aww. So we're gonna come on. We're gonna bring over Matt Riddle.
Damn,
420 bro himself, bro.
Damn.
You know how I need my herb in my life, like, right? So you just come over, bro.
Damn.
We gonna rock that out.
He was my next pick. Damn it. I was hoping he was still there.
Man. Oh, man.
Great pick. I mean, Riddle, the reason that I was going to pick Riddle is because I see that he's back. I see that he's working at a high pace again. He had that little problem where he had to go to rehab, and it got bad for him. Life just took a bad swing. But the big thing that made me want to pick Riddle is the fact that he can get hit with those obstacles. addiction can destroy somebody, and bad relationships can destroy somebody. But if you can, do right by yourself and get out of those trenches and come back into the world, I think that that's probably why, if I were to guess, somebody like Randy Orton took to Riddle, because Randy Orton was somebody else who had those outer ring problems, and we're like, are you gonna be? Can you stay at the level that you're at with the things that you're dealing with? And Randy Orton proved that he can still work at the level that he was at and has been known to be at, even when there's controversy that surrounds him. I see the same thing with Riddle. Somebody who can stay strong like that through that is somebody I want on my brand. So I think you got a great pick there with Matt Riddle.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the plan. That's what I'm trying to do. Um, and make sure that Team Hype is strong, right? So as we're rounding out, these are our last picks. So these really matter. So what you got there, Con?
All right. Time for my last pick here. You took who I was gonna go with, and obviously that was Matt Riddle. I was hoping he was still there, but he wasn't. So now, got to think of a backup pick here. Okay, I got it. I know exactly who I'm picking. This next pick, I had him in the back pocket, just because I'm such a fan of his. I mean, I love I love his character. He's being so true to himself. It's great. And he's somebody who you can just get a banger from on a random Friday night. I mean, just he can, the man can go on any given night. If you need him to go, he can go. But if you need him to hold his own as a character, he's began to prove that he can hold his own as a character now. Somebody that we're seeing on TV a lot. I wish that we can really see him in a more prominent role where we get to see some more of his wrestling ability, because once again, he can give you a random banger on any given night. And man, it's somebody that I feel like if he was put in the right situation, he could be an alpha. And he's got his own academy. And that's my man, Chad Gable. With the last pick, that's who I'm picking. And I thank you! Chad Gable is coming to SmackDown.
A little Chad Gable action to Hollywood SmackDown over there. I like that. And he rounded out your draft, I'm kind of shocked that he lasted this long, between us. He's a great guy. He's a guy that, Team Hype would have loved to have, in this draft. But also with that, like, I can't believe that this next person lasted as long as this person did. Because Team Hype is going to just continue what it's been doing and be a staple on what it said it's going to build and bring, man. Like, we started off this draft with, a strong faction, but, there was a trick in there. That faction was strong, but I wanted that Raw or SmackDown Women's Champion. I wanted Rhea Ripley. I wanted her to be a foundational piece to Team Hype. And then with my next pick, I picked Bianca Belair. This was all strategic. And with my last pick, I'm going to round out my women's division. I'm going to round it out with the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. She's basically the Mrs. Irrelevant of this draft. If you guys are draft fans, you know that traditionally the last person picked in a draft is known as Mr. Irrelevant. But there's nothing irrelevant about somebody like Charlotte Flair. She's somebody who has the pedigree, the championship pedigree that she has. The fact that she went this far and was the last pick is amazing. It might just be because I wasn't thinking of her because she's not on. You're not seeing her on TV currently, but that doesn't matter because Charlotte Flair's a fantastic pick for your last pick in this draft.
Yes, I think I did pretty well there, Con. I think we both did pretty well, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest. So
yeah.
like I think we did pretty good with this draft, right? Like I feel pretty happy about it. I'm pretty confident about whatever we decide to do with these picks right here. I feel the utmost confidence. But I have a question for you,
Sure.
right? You're pretty confident about all your picks, right?
Feel great about it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I no room for like a little negotiation or nothing like that, crosstalk, table. I'm
We can
just
talk.
before we wrap this up.
We can talk.
Just be, all right. So I got a straight up pick for you, or
Okay.
straight up trade for you. All right,
Okay.
1 for 1. Yo, L.A. Knight for Austin Theory.
Oh, dang. Oh man. Let me look at my list here. Okay. Okay. Cuz I had plans for LA Knight. I have plans for LA Knight, but I do need some I do need the a title here. I do need a secondary title here. And I know you're a huge LA Knight fan, and of course you know I'm a huge Austin Theory
Yeah,
fan. So in the interest of competition, in the spirit of competition and whatnot, and of course me needing a secondary title here, and what I could, the potential that I have, and the things I can do with Austin Theory, and I'm sure the things that you can do and the potential that you see in somebody like in Austin Theory. I'm going to accept this trade. I'm going to accept those terms to bring Austin Theory, the United States champion, over to the SmackDown brand and send LA Knight, over to Hype
yeah.
Raw.
Hype's Raw is very happy, and I'm happy. I'm so happy we could negotiate out that deal. You have no idea how long I've been holding on to that one.
I'm glad because it works out. It
Yeah, yeah,
works
yeah.
out.
It works out. This was fun. This was a whole lot of fun, yo. But
Yeah, man.
so I feel like this was fun, but we gotta get to a little bit of happenings in into the world of wrestling, right?
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
we
we got
gotta
to get a
talk a
little. We got to dig a little
tad
into
bit
that.
about
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Yeah. So like I just want to talk a little bit about this belt, bro.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, we definitely got to talk
Yo,
about this.
yeah, bro. So you you heard my first reaction to this belt,
Yes. Yes, it
right?
was in the
And
group chat. Yeah.
yeah. My first reaction, straight up household, was, God, this thing's ugly, right? And I was told, no, you need to give it a chance, or blah blah blah. It's not that bad. It's big gold, it just has a big WWE logo on it. Okay. And then I heard my homie Khan's thoughts. Mind you, this was after he told me it's not that bad. And then I heard him on In Your House on his solo shot, which you guys can find on Tuesdays.
Yep.
Every Tuesday, right here on In Your House. Apple, Spotify, wherever you podcast, you can find it. So
Absolutely.
make sure to listen to those. I heard my homie Khan saying he changed his mind. He's like, "No, I ain't really feeling this now. Like it looks a little toyish and stuff like that." All the while, I didn't did what my homie didn't said. I didn't slept on it, and then I looked at it and I was like, okay, it's not that bad. You
We went
know,
in different directions.
we went,
We crisscrossed, bro.
yeah. So I'm over here. I'm just like, okay, it's not that bad. Now, if in Hype's world, what I would do, I put a brown strap on that boy, you know, and make it put more gold on there, right?
Well, you presented an alternate view of it in the group chat, and I was like, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Yeah. So in that alternate view, I didn't make it. If you guys listen to any podcasts out there, I was listening to a guy named Russell Juice. If you guys know, Going in Raw, Steven Larson, the same people. I was watching him. He did a little thing, and where he edited this new belt, and he made
Yeah.
it brown. He put a little bit more gold in. He replaced the silver with more gold, and replaced the black with more gold. And that was a belt. That I liked that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna hate on this one. I think it'll look good on whoever presumably will get this, Seth Rollins. Um,
that's my pick.
yeah, I think the writing's all over the wall with that. But I've also turned around on the theory that this is a secondary title. It's a consolation prize.
Right.
Look. I apparently my name is hypocrisy for a reason, right? Because man, look, I'm gonna call you all hypocrites out there, bro. It's not that bad, right? This is what we've asked for in the first place. Now, should they have done it with Cody? Maybe. But also, I don't think I don't necessarily think that that's been the story all along, anyways. I think the story all along has been Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. I think that was supposed to be the story all along. And, this isn't new information to you guys out there. I've said these things, on In Your House before.
Right.
I think this was kind of the plan in a sense. I think Seth was going to be, and mind you, I still kind of think Seth is going to be the guy that dethrones Roman. And with a high possibility chance of Cody in there. But I don't see this title as a secondary consolation prize. Honestly, I have hopes for this. And my theory and hopes, in the perfect hypes world, would be that, okay, presumably Roman Reigns, 100%. He's going to SmackDown, right? Does anybody in that household think otherwise to that? Because I don't. Big market name, put him in the biggest market, right? You put him on SmackDown. That is going to be your entertainment side show to the WWE product. And we heard Triple H on Monday, right? He said the game is about to change. This is a fighting championship, right? So we should expect to see at least this championship defended monthly at minimum, correct?
Sure.
So this will probably be on Raw, where you make a more intense Raw. You guys remember do you guys remember Raw Underground from a couple years ago? Of course you do, because y'all hated on it, right? But it wasn't a bad concept, right? It wasn't a bad concept. You make shit a little bit more real, right? We don't necessarily, he didn't have to, they didn't have to completely copy Bloodsport, but, we give that level of authenticity to Raw. We make it a little bit more competitive. We make it an athlete's competitive show. That, we have two different, then in the world of WWE, we have two different brands of wrestling that give you two different brands of products. Think about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my theory. It's probably not what's going to happen because, some old ass man runs things. And I'm not
even remotely.
Even remotely, he runs things.
My thing with that title is that it to me, there's going to be certain people who I look at it and I'm like, well, geez, is this what you're going to be satisfied with? And of course, when I think of somebody like that, I think of somebody like Cody Rhodes. And I talked about this a little bit, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. And I honestly think that the concept of the World Heavyweight Championship is a great idea, especially if they add the lineage of the World Heavyweight Championship. For me personally,
I'm a little confused on that part, not going to lie. I don't know what the lineage of any of these belts are anymore because they flip-flopped them and thrown them together so much that it doesn't even matter anymore. I'm just going to pretend that like Hulk Hogan didn't hold any of them and that Bruno Sammartino held it for a really long time.
My point is that if they're gonna call it the World Heavyweight Championship, maybe they should tie the big gold, the history of big gold to that belt. If that's what they're doing, I
love that. But my confusion in that isn't the World Heavyweight Championship somehow like kind of linked into the Universal, or how does that work? I don't like. Aren't you confused?
I'm really not. And here's why. I'll explain to you why. When I think of the World Heavyweight Championship, I think of big gold. So I think of the lineage of like when Triple H held it, when Ric Flair held it, and stuff like that. When I think of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, I think of the lineage of like John Cena and Steve Austin and The Rock. And then when I think of the Universal Championship, I think of the lineage of Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, Finn Balor, and Kevin Owens, who all held those titles. So they all have their own line, their own lineage, if that's how you choose to present it. But when I think of World Heavyweight Championship, I think of like that big gold representation. Then when I think of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, the black strap, not the blue one that he has, the black one, that's like the old World Heavyweight Championship of the Attitude Era, and then the Undisputed Championship that Brock Lesnar held and Eddie Guerrero held, and then with the Universal Championship that doesn't have a long lineage, it only goes to those few that I named there, like Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, who historically is the first one, but had to let it go because of injury. Then Kevin Owens became that champion, and we've had champions like Brock Lesnar, and then of course Roman Reigns, who've held it on many different occasions and currently holds it now. So that's what I mean as far as lineage.
I got you. I just have to be my own hypocritical self. I wouldn't be hypocrisy if I don't throw a little chaos in there. And a little. What does it matter?
I got you. I totally get, and I hear you. I totally do. But when I think about that title, I definitely think of what great for me when I saw the title. I was like, okay, so this is their new spin on Big Gold. And since I've seen things like, the logo is right there smack dab, it's ugly and this and that, and I felt that too. I was like, man, I like that they went with the big gold design, but then that big WWE logo right there in the middle. And then it was pointed out to me through memes, one of the greatest forms of communication. AEW has their logo huge right smack dab in the middle of their title. UFC has their logo right huge smack dab in the middle of the title. So it just took me a second to be like, maybe this isn't as bad, but I just want to make sure that when you add to that lineage, if that's what you're doing, you'd have to look at, once they get that title going, you can go on WWE.com and you can check the lineage of each individual title, and they'll tell you who the holders were in what year and blah blah blah. But when I think of somebody who's gonna get this title, definitely somebody like Cody could get it. But I would definitely still want to see him try to complete that story with Roman Reigns, because he had him. That was my point, is that he had him. But if you want to have somebody that's going to make that title and not have that title be about them, but them be about that title. The man makes the title. My mindset is just, Seth Rollins is the perfect first champion to hold this title, to me.
No, I absolutely agree with that. I think that Seth Rollins is also the perfect champion to hold, or first champion to hold that title. I think it's well deserved. I think he's been the man longer than a lot of people have wanted to give him credit for.
I agree.
I would not be mad at that a bit, sir.
I think that it'd be a good pick. I think that as the weeks go on, we should probably do an episode centered around who we think would be the best fits for this new World Heavyweight Championship. I know we both agree on Seth Rollins, but I'd also like to hear some of your alternative picks in case he weren't to get it and it was somebody else. I mean, I think that could be a great episode, and I think that's something we should talk about down the line.
Oh, definitely. I think as this Night of Champions pay-per-view nears, with that, it's definitely something that we can do and make happen. Or at least in my eyes, I want to do that.
Absolutely. No, we will definitely do that. Man, we got a chance to do this again. I had a real great time doing the draft. We talked a little bit of current stuff with the belt situation, the title situation, and man, I just wanted, before we slide out of here, man, you talked a little bit earlier about going to Saturday night main event over there in Fort Wayne, man, and I was booked that day with the family, and then I took my daughter to our daddy daughter dance. I had planned to go to that, but then when it became clear to me that was the daddy daughter dance, I mean, I had to I had dad work had to go over wrestling work, and I don't regret that. But definitely, it's very cool that you got a chance to go to a Saturday night main event. They don't do those anymore, like that.
Yeah.
And I think Saturday night main event, I was always a fan of that show way back in the day. So I think it's really cool that I mean, I don't care if it's a house show. I think that it's cool that you went to a Saturday night main event. That's cool right there. What was that experience like for you, bro?
Yo, let me tell you, Con, like that was probably the most fun I've had at a wrestling show ever.
Yeah.
I was loud, I was proud. I wasn't Logan Myers, but I did my best impression in the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I got my money's worth out of that show, and honestly,
That's
I got a free
great.
ticket because I got good friends. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So I was surprised with going to the show. And literally my homie was like, "Hey, what are you doing on Saturday? Tell me nothing because we're going to this WWE show." And I was like, "Yes."
Awesome.
And so we went. You know, I got to see Cody Rhodes really, really up close.
Awesome.
Solo Sikoa, Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar.
Cool.
I got to see, part of the Hurt Business, and you guys know how I feel about the Hurt Business, right?
Oh, yeah, you're
I
big
got
on
to see I got to see Shelby B and Cedric Benjamin, and man, just about made my day. I don't think I've had more fun at a WWE show. I haven't been to a lot, but I have been to a SmackDown before. But this was way more fun than that. And that SmackDown was during Kofi Mania, if that tells you anything.
Ooh,
this was a lot of fun. So, if you get a chance to go to a WWE house show, I highly recommend that. And I highly think that you guys will have fun. It is a really up close and personal experience if you've never been. It got to be my most free self because I got to yell LA at LA Knight, and he kind of yelled back at me. I don't know if it was at me, but I'm gonna take it anyways.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm glad that you got a chance to go to that. There was quite a few folks in the wrestling biz that was there that night. I mean, our local wrestling scene that was there that night. Fort Wayne is proved to be a spot where there's a lot of love for wrestling, and we love to see it. You see heroes and legends there. There's other shows that run there, but this time it was the WWE event over there at the Coliseum in Fort Wayne, and it's really cool, man, because I will definitely, if they have it again there in Fort Wayne, and I hope that they do, I would definitely like to go there. One of the reasons I wanted to go is I just thought that it was a cool idea to be like, wow, I'm getting a chance to see the current stars of WWE walk down the same aisle that I've had the opportunity to walk down as a talent, and that's very cool to know that. So I'm glad
Absolutely.
I'm glad you got to experience that. It seemed like from all the pictures I saw, I was just I was gritting my teeth, man. I'll admit, I was gritting my teeth. Once again, I took my daughter. We went to the daddy daughter dance, and I took her out to dinner. I took her to her favorite restaurant. But man, seeing all those amazing pictures and seeing the talent pool that was there at that Saturday night main event, I was like, really wish I could have been there. But hopefully there'll be another time and I'll be able to catch it there because that event looked amazing.
Oh yeah, it was so much fun, and honestly, Con, next time we have to go together.
Yeah,
we'll have a blast. We'll let the household know. Maybe we can have a household get together at a show or something like that. I think we should really plan something like that. So, I think it was great. But it's we old, right? And it's about time to get out of here.
Man, I'm getting sleepy.
Oh man.
Oh man. And with that being said, guys, this was a great episode. Really appreciate you guys sliding in for our In Your House draft. It's like my third or fourth draft, but it was Hype's first draft here in Your House, and he did a fantastic job. Knocked it out of the park with that youth movement and that women's division. Really great to see, and we'll see how we're going to use those rosters moving forward in WWE 2K, and anything, because I'm going to talk a little bit later about some of that. But what I got to do is my due diligence here, and that's give my fantastic co-host an opportunity to plug all of his projects and everything that he's doing. Go ahead, my brother.
Yo, household, my name is Hypocrisy Jones. First, before I plug, I did have some technical difficulties during this live, so if there were some audio issues, if we dropped out, I do apologize. We're still working on things over here in your house, and and it's still all a process. But in that process, we need your guys' help, yo. You know, for us to help build, help get stronger, help put in that work, as Khan always says. You know, we need your help. So please, first and foremost, please give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe, and, you know, tell your friends about us. You know, we also use stars on Facebook, so we accept those too.
Yes.
You know, every little bit helps. We don't oblige any of you to do this. You know, you're all welcome in the household without giving. It's okay.
Yeah.
But man, if you can, we can just make this household so much stronger.
Greatly
out here,
appreciated,
right?
yes.
Yes, and it is greatly appreciated. So with that, my name is Hypocrisy Jones. You can literally find me all over the internet.
He's working, y'all.
Hypocrisy Jones. I do a little show called The Weekly Plug, where I plug you in on literally everything with my homie Scrap Lotto, yo. So check that out. You can find it right here on Facebook. You can also find me on the Kokomo Press, and of course you can find me right here curating the most chaos with my homie Hollywood House, and you know, our dark partner in crime, Juice Incredible.
Yes.
You know, on In Your House. You know, it's like a three-headed monster that we have here. We even have extra monsters that we don't tell nobody about. But we put in that work, as Khan is about to tell you, and I send it off to him, yo.
My man, truly appreciate you. Guys, that was Hypocrisy Jones, the curator of chaos. I mean, and he does it so well here at In Your House and on all those different platforms that he told you about. Please go give my man a follow. He's out here working really hard to give you guys content, to give you guys something to bite on, and he does a great job of it on and every project that he's a part of. So we truly appreciate him. But now I got to give you guys the work over here, and that's let you guys know what I'm doing. And of course, you already know I'm doing my thing, you know, directing and whatnot. And you can find me directing right here on In Your House. And you can follow me on the social medias at Hollywood House. And that is on Twitter. That is on Facebook. It's The Hollywood House on IG. Then it is at In Your House. In Your House, that is across all those podcasting platforms. Also, check me out at Hollywood House on TikTok, those social media platforms, that is, and check me out on TikTok too, because I'm trying to get stuff going over there too. My son keeps telling me, you gotta use TikTok. Well, I'm gonna try it and see what we can do. I know I'm old in that way, and that's alright, but I'm gonna give it a shot though, because there's also a new project that I'm working on. I got a couple of projects that I'm working on that I'm not at liberty right now to talk about, but I will when the time is right. But this project here is something that I've really been working on, and it's a great little passion project that I'm doing with my son, and that is our gaming channel. We've got some new episodes coming to Playhouse Gaming. Check us out on YouTube. We're playing stuff like Fortnite. We're playing stuff like WWE 2K. We'll be playing NBA 2K. I myself am going to start a retro series there where I play some games. I was thinking maybe a little Donkey Kong Country, maybe some Zelda Link to the Past. I'm still figuring out exactly what I want to play, but I know that I want to hit that retro vibe there at Playhouse Gaming, and that is HOWSE, and the W stands for work. So guys, we really appreciate you coming on and checking out the Facebook Live edition of the In Your House Draft. It'll be ready for you guys Thursday morning on the podcast edition. Guys, you already know what to do. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone. Because the household, we still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day. and a great rest of your week. Peace.
Peace. Yo, check out Friday Night Hype on Friday, yo.
There we go.